Brad Williams, Excel Prime.
Section 7.4, how to scale printed output. What does that mean, scaled output? That means we either enlarge or we shrink the printable area. There's a couple of things we can do here. We can go down to the bottom right of your spreadsheet and you can see the zoom factor. We can shrink this down. We can squeeze this data down to 35%. Why do we care? Well, one, that's ridiculous because we can't see anything. But let's take a look at here at something. File, print. You can see there's 69 pages here. Why is it 69 pages? You see in section 7.4 up here, how to scale printed output. That creates a nightmare. That's going to create probably 35 additional pages. So let's see if we can fix some of this. Let's go back to scale and you can see what happens here. 7.4 runs over to the next section because it isn't shrunk to fit. What we need to do is one of two things. So let's go back to the zoom, the scaler, go back to 100%. See how output stretches over. Let's just capture that information. Control X, that cuts it. Let's go to row B from row C, go to row B and hit Control V. And now we've captured this information into the printable area of page 1. Go to File, Print, and now we have 68 pages. Why are there 68 pages? Because our data goes out for 60 years. So we have 60 years of data, like weekly data. So it's going to print out a lot of information. We see 68 pages. Let's shrink that down from 100% to, let's say, 50%. Why are we doing this? Just to conserve the page printout. This is just an example. Just go with me on this, all right? So let's go to File, Print, and now we still have 68 pages. Well, the zooming feature is just for presentation. If we want to scale this for printing reasons, we needed to make a few adjustments here. And the best way to do it, you have two options. You can go to page layout, scale to fit. Let's say we want it at 50%, and you can't see that here. What we need to do is go to File, Print, go to Custom Scaling, go to Custom Scaling Options, and here we can see that this is at 50%. You remember we were looking at 70 pages before? Well, using the scaling feature, now we're down to 35, and you can customize this. You can just go to Adjust to, I have 50%, go back to 100, hit OK. You can see we're at 68 pages. Go back to Scaling, Custom Scaling, shrink that down to, let's say, 35%. And now we're down to 24 pages. If you want to go and change this to, let's say, 200%, you could see the changes immediately. And now we have 277 pages. So if you hit print and not set your parameters and the number of pages, you can see the problem you're going to run into. The problem is you're going to end up printing 277 pages. To readjust that, go back to custom scale at 100% and hit OK. We want to print grid lines. Let's go back and we know where we can change that information. Page layout, grid lines, view, and our grid lines are gone. Go to page layout, sheet options, view, and we have our grid lines. You want to remove headings? A couple different options. If you want to print the headings, the worksheet headings, that would be the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just go to grid lines, hit print, hit headings, hit print, go to File, and you can see the layout difference. You can see your row information and your heading. The information is printable. To reverse it, go back to sheet options, deselect or remove the check marks, go back to File, Print, and you can see the information is back to its normal settings. Say you want to add a background image to this worksheet. For example, a draft or do not copy or anything you want. This is the way you do it. Go to View, here in the ribbon. We go to Page Layout, and we have a layout here. And then what we want to do is just click anywhere inside of the worksheet. We want to click anywhere with what's called the header. And then once we hit the header, go up to the ribbon, you're going to have a new icon and it says header and footer. Before you do this, know where your background image is going to be. So if you have a draft in a PNG or in a JPEG, just remember where that is. You're going to want to go in, once you hit header and footer, you're going to want to go to picture, and then you want to bring that picture in. Once you have that picture in, just drop it into your background. You can go in the header and footer. You can go to elements, format that any way you want. But again, you can't format the picture until you actually drop the picture into the worksheet. Now you can some silliness and put some crazy background stuff in there, but be conservative and use a draft or something that would represent that the information is just preliminary, or put top secret or anything of that nature. In order to get out of this configuration, move away from the header, go back to page layout, go back to view and hit normal, back to our normal view.
Brad Williams, XL Prime. Thanks for watching.